Hey guys, it's Sydney with Treadmill Review Guru. Today we're checking out the NordicTrack Vault. It's a workout mirror that functions as a complete home gym. It comes with equipment, as you can see here, and it also comes as a standalone option so you can fill it with your own equipment. The mirror has a 32-inch touchscreen built into it that's enabled with iFit. And iFit comes free for the first month. When you're taking an iFit class, you can see the instructor, and then on the mirror you can see yourself for form correction that way. So it's cool, and it's definitely compact, yet it looks stylish in pretty much any area. So let's dive in and take a closer look. So the footprint on the NordicTrack Vault is 72.65 inches high, 24.25 inches wide, and 14 inches deep. So considering that it replaces basically a home gym that could take up a full room or even a full garage, it's really compact. Plus, when the screen's off, it looks like a regular mirror, especially when it's closed. So everything stays nice and tidy, and it looks really stylish pretty much in any area. It also works as a freestanding home gym system, so you don't need to mount it to a wall. You can if you want that extra stability, but we've been testing it for a pretty long time now, and we just use it as freestanding and haven't had any problems with it tipping. It has this wide metal base that really helps keep it stable, and the cabinet plus the back of the mirror is also made of metal. And it also weighs 258 pounds without equipment, so it's heavy and it's really hard to move. It doesn't have any wheels underneath. There's no transportation wheels where like a treadmill you can tip it and roll it around. So we recommend having a designated place for it and just not moving it if you can get away with that. The mirror is 61.5 inches tall and 22.5 inches wide. And this is where you access the 32-inch touchscreen that is built into it. Larger users do need to step back a little bit. I know our taller reviewers have to step back in order to see their whole reflection in the mirror. So that's just something to keep in mind. Also, with it being more narrow, when you're doing lateral movements, like say a side lunge, it can be a little bit harder to constantly track your positioning when you're doing movements like that, just because it isn't very wide. But it looks really nice. Something to keep in mind is that when you're using the touchscreen, you can get some fingerprints on it. We kind of have to wipe this thing off constantly. I usually just wipe it off after a workout, otherwise it just looks all smudged with my fingerprints. So it does need to be cleaned regularly, especially if you want that nice clean mirror look. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with that AI technology that's in other workout mirrors like the tonal and also the tempo, where the camera will assess your positioning and then be able to give you form correction tips on the screen. It's really up to you when you are working out in front of the mirror to make those modifications yourself, but it is helpful to be able to see the instructor and then be able to kind of mirror your positioning that way. What really makes the Vault even more functional is the equipment and the cabinet that's inside. So with the mirror, you can position it kind of either way. You can use it when it's closed and it locks at the top. You can use it open like how we have it, and then also you can position it different ways to get like a perfect angle to be able to see your reflection and see the screen clearly. So when it's open, as you can see, it has this cabinet in the inside. That's where all the equipment is stored. So in the standalone option, it just comes with shelves and you can fill it with your own equipment. Or with this option, it comes with this equipment that fits really nice and neat. One thing to keep in mind is that this equipment is kind of, I feel like, designed to fit nice and neat in here. So your equipment might not necessarily fit quite as neat in the standalone option. That's just something to be aware of. These are the premium shelves, which are just flat shelves for everything to set on. The standalone option comes with hanging shelves where you can hang all of your equipment. And with the equipment, it has 6 sets of dumbbells, which range from 5 pounds up to 30 pounds. There's 2 kettlebells that are 20 pounds and 30 pounds each. And then it comes with your yoga blocks, your workout mat, 3 smaller resistance bands, and then also these larger resistance bands. So like this guy, and they come in different tensions, so you have all of that to choose from. And then with the weights, I really like them. They have nice steel knurling on it, so you get a nice grip. And then also they're flat, so they sit right nice and evenly and kind of stay secure in the vault. And they're also square, which is just kind of a little bit more unique than, I feel like, more standard dumbbells. And I really like that you can just set everything in. Everything has a spot, so it's really nice and clean. You shut it and you're good to go, and the vault just can look like a regular average mirror. You can even use it as a mirror. I do that sometimes. So it's really functional that way. NordicTrack covers the vault with a 10-year warranty for the frame, a 2-year warranty for parts, and a 1-year warranty for labor. This is pretty standard for NordicTrack, kind of across all their equipment. It's also pretty simple to put together. You do have to assemble it, and we suggest having at least 2 people, just because with how heavy it is, just makes the process a lot smoother. Now let's check out the content and the touchscreen. So there is a 32-inch touchscreen that is built into the mirror, and this is where you access the content. So a few things to keep in mind is that it's iFit enabled, comes free for the first month, but the vault does require the iFit subscription in order to use the screen. So all of the content that's on the screen, you need a subscription for that. Also, when you have that subscription, you're using iFit, you're just limited to iFit. There's no watching television, streaming from apps, internet searching, or anything like that. But we really like that iFit is enabled on the vault. iFit comes with thousands of classes, and on the vault they offer all kinds of mat classes that you can follow along with. So there's strength training, yoga, Pilates, there's even recovery workouts, body weight HIIT cardio workouts. They have workouts that use the equipment that comes in the vault complete. There's also guided meditations. So you get all of iFit's like mat classes on the vault. Something to be aware of as well is that you're not going to get iFit's complete library like you do on the mobile app. They're adding to it regularly, but just know that it's going to be a little bit more limited, especially if you are an iFit user and you're pretty well versed with iFit. So going through, this is the home screen, so you can scroll through. It'll show how many workouts you've done during the week and what your total time is, your milestones, and then it'll have featured workouts and kind of suggestions based on previous workouts that you've taken. So you can scroll through, see the different options. Also have ones if you start a workout series. iFit has classes that are usually programmed into a complete program to take over the course of a few weeks or a few months, so that way you can progress. So if you start taking a class or 2 in those will usually show up in your up next section. And you can also browse by category. You can do that down here in the home screen. And then you can also go into this browse section. And there's a little bit of buffering. Sometimes with iFit, they update the content regularly and update their software regularly to help kind of speed up the buffering a little bit, but there is some. And then also with your Wi-Fi, because this does require Wi-Fi to use iFit. So as you're going through, you can see everything, and what's really nice, I'm gonna pull up a class in a moment. What's really nice is that you can see the screen really clearly and all the content. You follow along with the instructor and then be able to see yourself in the reflection, so you can just kind of mirror the instructor that way. There's also a calendar that will show all of your previous workouts, and you can also schedule workouts ahead of time, which is fun. So going in, I'm gonna open up a class. for you guys so you can hear the speakers. The speakers are mounted below the mirror. They're decent, they go plenty loud for you to hear. You can also mute everything. You can also connect Bluetooth enabled headphones and a compatible heart rate monitor to be able to track your heart rate. So a lot of the classes are filmed indoors and they usually have a black background. That way, when you follow along with the instructor, it's really just showcasing them and you can see your reflection really clearly. I'm gonna pull up an outdoor class. Those are some of my personal favorites when using iFit. They film in locations all around the world, literally on every continent. So it's just fun to see, even on the vault, I'm finding it's really fun to see all of the outdoor locations. So it kind of makes you feel like you're there, even though you're not. So with iFit, you'll see, with an outdoor class, you'll see the location, and then I'm gonna go and turn up the volume for you guys. So the volume's pretty loud. You also have balancing options here, so you can adjust the master volume. You can adjust to hear the trainer's voice. I have the music muted for now, but you can also turn that up and kind of adjust it how you want. So as you can see her really clearly. And you can also see the location. They show a lot of outdoor shots in these outdoor classes. And with this, you're just able to follow along. So I can just get right down on all fours and be able to see myself, my positioning, and also her. So it really is helpful if you're a beginner or if you're like me and you really like following along with an instructor. I really like iFit. They have, I think, around 180 probably plus workout instructors to choose from. So you have a lot of different instructors to choose from and the content is just really engaging and it really adds to the overall experience on the vault. So thanks for watching our full review of the NordicTrack Vault. A few things to keep in mind is that you do need an iFit subscription in order to access the content on the screen. Otherwise, this really just functions as a mirror and cabinet. Also, there's no AI form technology, so for correcting your form. And some of the weights, the largest set of dumbbells is 30 pounds, might not be enough for more advanced weightlifters. So that's just something to keep in mind. We do really like that it is iFit enabled. iFit offers a wide variety of mat classes on the vault on this 32-inch touchscreen, and you can check out the membership free for the first month. Also, it comes with or without weights. So if you have dumbbells and equipment, you can buy the standalone option, fill it yourself, and what's really nice is that everything fits in. You can then shut the mirror and it just looks like a regular mirror in your home. So you don't have all equipment hanging around to trip on. It just looks really nice and tidy and stylish. Also, it doesn't necessarily need to be mounted to a wall. You have that option if you want to, but I mean, we use it as a freestanding system and it works just fine. We don't have to worry about it tipping at all. And it looks really stylish pretty much anywhere. So thanks again for watching. You can head to treadmillreviewguru.com. We have a full written review there in case I've missed any of those little details. Also, you can check the link below in the description for the current price of the vault. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We create these videos for you guys. We test all sorts of equipment. That way you can see how they work before you decide to purchase them. I'm Sydney with Treadmill Review Guru. I'll see you next time.